I was there when they pulled the last tape from the machine. The signal wasn't from any ship we knew. It was calling for help from a place that didn't exist. We sent 3 good men to find a ghost. They told us to forget their names. But the tape survived, and it tells a different story. My name is James Carter, and for 30 years, I wasn't allowed to tell you what I'm about to say. It was November 1962. The world was holding its breath. I was a young signals analyst, stationed at Hastings Station, a lonely, windswept concrete bunker perched on the cliffs of the Scottish coast. Our job was simple. Listen. Eavesdrop on Soviet naval traffic in the North Sea. It was monotonous, cold work, the kind that blurred days into nights. My shift partner was Sarah Mitchell, sharp as a tack and with an ear for Morse code like I'd never heard. Our commanding officer was a stern but fair man, Robert Clark, a veteran of the Second World War who believed in procedure above all else. Life was a routine of static, tea, and the constant mournful howl of the wind. That is, until the night of November 17th. It was Sarah who heard it first. Jim. Through the hiss of the void, a signal emerged. Clear, distressed. It was a standard maritime SOS in Morse, but wrong. The cadence was off, slightly too slow, like someone dragging their fingers through water, and the identifier, the call sign. Fenrir. Fenrir? I muttered, flipping through our naval registry. There's no Fenrir. Not in our fleet, not in any NATO listing. It's giving coordinates, Sarah said, her voice tight. She scribbled them down. They placed the supposed vessel right in the middle of the deep channel, a notorious patch of empty, churning sea. The signal played. Then exactly 47 seconds of dead air. Then it looped. Again and again, for 6 hours straight. The same SOS, the same ghost ship, the same coordinates, no other traffic, no response to our hails. It was a recording, broadcast from somewhere, of a disaster that had never happened. Clark was immediately suspicious. A Soviet trick, he declared. A psychological operation. They're trying to tie up our resources, send us on a wild goose chase. But his eyes betrayed a flicker of something else. A primal unease. You don't spend a war at sea without developing a sense for these things. Command ordered a physical investigation, a visual confirmation. They assembled a 3-man team from a different unit men we didn't know, led by a Lieutenant Daniel Foster. They were to take a launch, go to those exact coordinates, and report back. Simple. We watched from the cliff as their small boat cut through the gray swell and vanished into the mist. We maintained radio contact. Foster's voice was calm, professional. Approaching coordinates now. No visual contact. Sea state is moderate. Reading some unusual. Interference on our local compass. Stand by. That was the last clear transmission. What followed was fragments. A burst of static that might have been a shout. A deep, resonant hum that overloaded our receivers. And then, for 3 seconds, the clearest audio we'd ever captured. Not from Foster. It was a voice, calm and utterly out of place, speaking with a strange, flat accent. It said, "The watch is changed." Then silence. True, empty radio silence. The boat, the men, the HMS Fenrir that never was. All gone without a single trace of wreckage. The official report blamed a sudden, catastrophic storm and navigational failure. Case closed. Clark was reassigned. Sarah and I were told, in no uncertain terms, to never speak of it again. But before they decommissioned Hastings and stripped it bare, I did one thing. I took the master tape, the one with the original signal, and that final, terrifying 3-second message. I hid it. For 30 years, I told myself it was just a strange anomaly, a classified op gone wrong. Until yesterday, when a historian's letter arrived asking about a Lieutenant Daniel Foster, a man whose service records, according to available archives, simply don't exist. The official investigation was, in a word, a cover-up. A Navy board came and went in under a week. They took our logs, swore us to secrecy under the Official Secrets Act, and that was that. No,